Surrey. It's a city that used to love beavers, now loves saying that it's the future, and has one issue in education that comes up again and again.
It's actually about portables.
That is BC United leader Kevin Falcon. He's made the number of portables in Surrey a big issue, and for good reason. Nobody likes portables. The government promised to make the number of portables go down in Surrey. Instead, the number has gone up. But the opposition has made a very specific claim.
That they would eliminate all portables in Surrey within 4 years. The result of their promise to eliminate portables was they doubled them. We actually reduced them by 100. I can tell them the exact numbers, from 370 to 273 by 2017.
But you know, as much as the Premier will try and duck and dodge, the bottom line is he cannot ignore the fact they promised to eliminate portables within 4 years, and they've somehow managed to double the number of portables in Surrey.
So let's do a little bit of a fact check. Now here are the claims that BC United has made. That the NDP made a promise to eliminate portables, that instead they've doubled the number of portables, and that it went down under BC United when they were running the province as the BC Liberals. Let's look at all three. First, did the NDP make a promise to eliminate portables? Kind of.
We have to have a total removal of these portables over the course of the next 4 years.
That was John Horgan, not during the election campaign that got him into power, but in 2016, 9 months before the election. By the election itself, that pledge was nowhere to be found in their platform. Instead, the party just pledged to replace portables, with no timelines or targets. And by the time he became premier, he backed off the promise completely, blaming a Supreme Court ruling that would decrease the number of kids allowed in a class, thereby increasing the total number of classrooms that were totally needed in Surrey.
We had not contemplated when we made the commitment, the Supreme Court ruling, throwing out 16 years of BC Liberal policy. That's going to take us a little bit more time.
So it was a broken promise, but not a campaign promise really, and certainly not a government promise. Next, that the NDP has doubled the number of portables, but that it went down under BC United when they were running the province as the BC Liberals. And this is pretty easy to fact check because we asked the Surrey School District for the total number of portables used in classrooms in the last 30 years. Here is a chart. Now you can see under the NDP, the number of portables has gone up from 284 to 353. Now that's an increase of 25%, not 100. But then again, a 25% increase isn't great given what they promised during the campaign. And what about BC United? Well, they took power right before the 2001-2002 school year when there were 236 portables. And when they were done, was at 247. Now that's not bad at the end of the day, but it's also not a decrease. So to recap, the NDP clearly implied they would reduce portable usage, but they've gone up. And BC United has made bold claims about the issue that don't hold up to scrutiny. Now that's not a conclusion that partisans on either side will like or share on social media, but it does have the virtue of being true.